Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I recently made a video on reasons you should consider France as a study destination, and I felt it won't be balanced if I don't make one on why you might not consider France as a study destination. For me, I feel that there is just one main reason why persons don't consider France as a study destination. If you want to know this reason, kindly stay to the end of the video. Hello guys, my name is Willie. I am an international student in France. I share content of master's application, my life as an international student in France. I do vlog and share useful content. So if it's the kind of content that you like or you're interested in, kindly subscribe to my channel, like my videos. It just encourages me to share more content. Like I mentioned, in this video, I'll be sharing with you one main reason why you might not consider France as a study destination. If you're not someone that is open to learning a new language, or you're not open to learning any language at all, then you shouldn't consider France as your study destination. I don't really know much about other countries, but based on my experiences and based on interactions I have with other persons, it's no longer news that the French hold their language very, very dear to their heart. And this actually influences a lot of other things, especially for internationals who are coming from non-French speaking countries, like myself from Nigeria. So you see, if you don't speak the French language, sometimes getting like a part-time job could prove difficult. There are lots of part-time jobs available. There are lots of jobs you could do on the side, but most of these jobs, they might require you to have some level of French. And if you are just coming newly into the country without any prior knowledge of French, this could be a challenge. But that doesn't mean that there are not persons that have gotten part-time job without speaking French. They are available. It's just that it could be quite hard to find, so that is just the downside of the French language.
I would like to point out here that there are English jobs available, but it could actually depend on your location or the kind of skill set you have to offer. But there are persons that have been able to find English speaking jobs. You just have to look out for them on different websites.
The second thing which the French language affects, like I said, it's just one main thing, but it affects a lot of other things. It's going to be when it comes to finding internship. I have actually made a video on the difficulties in finding internships and so on. So if you're not seeing that video, please kindly check it out. Not speaking French could actually influence you finding internships, and that is just being honest, because there's some companies that they're not quite international, or even some that are international, but then they tell you that the post that you're applying to, you need someone that speaks French, even though they'll ask you that you should speak English as well. But that is also going to be an influencing factor. You find some students looking for internships and they're having a hard time finding these internships or the kind of internships that they want, even though maybe to some extent they have some level of French. But if you find it hard to express yourself and you're not lucky enough to find companies that are international companies and that they don't mind if you speak English, it could become a problem. This doesn't mean that students don't eventually find. I mean, most students from my school, at least, they found internships even though they don't speak French. Like myself, I found an internship even though my French is not so good. So that wasn't like a deterring factor for me. But some other persons, they couldn't find internships, or they took something else, an alternative, instead of the kind of things they want, because of the French language. So this could actually really influence students. But like I said, that doesn't mean that other persons have not succeeded without speaking French. I have my friends that came with me on scholarship. We all found internships, and French wasn't a determining factor for us. So it just could be what you are studying or which part, So, and of course, the grace of God is actually really at work in our lives. So yeah, so this could actually be a kind of downside.
The difficulty in finding internships doesn't just only apply to the non-French speakers. Even those that speak French, they still have this difficulty in finding internships, and it's the same thing as finding an apprenticeship. I don't know if I've really talked about that in details on my channel, but I'll try to say so. But this applies to everyone. You speak English or you don't speak or you speak French. There's always this struggle, the competition, or the competition in the job market, in finding your internship, or even in finding job. And I think it's just the same all over the world. So just so you know.
And another thing could be in terms of integration into the environment. If you're not doing a course that is more of an international program, it could actually be a downside for you, you understand, in terms of the language, because in schools they teach in French. So if you're not doing an English course that other internationals are coming to do, that could be a downside for you in integrating. But that has not always been a case for at least the people I find around me, because most times international students, the courses they are doing are international courses, so they have a lot of internationals, so that has not been a problem. But if you're someone that wants to learn French, you not have a problem with it. If you are not interested in learning French, then this could actually be some problems in terms of the work, integrating, finding part-time jobs, and so on. But apart from that, there are still persons that without any knowledge of French, they are doing well, they are succeeding, they are getting full-time offers, they are doing so I just feel like it just matters your courses, the course you're studying, where you are, and most importantly the grace of God in your life, like for me. So for me, I feel like this is just one downside of studying in France, that is the language. Apart from that, the paperwork, I don't really think is so much. I feel like other places they still have these paperwork issues and so on and so forth, but in France it's quite, the bureaucracy, the rules and regulations and so on could be quite intense, and there are lots of do's and don'ts. You have to get this to get that, get this to get that, but that is not actually my reality, and maybe that's why I don't really have much to say on that topic. This is just based on my experiences and interactions I have with persons that I come in contact with daily. But if you are yet to watch my video on reasons you should come to France to study, please kindly watch that video so you can accurately weigh the pros and cons of studying in France. I think the pros actually outweigh the cons, which is just the language. In terms of the pros, there are a lot of pros, there are a lot of reasons you should consider France as a study destination. I just feel like it's only one con, which is just the language. But then if you're someone that loves French, you want to learn French, then this will be nothing for you. You already be happy because you already be immersed in the environment that allows you to learn quickly the language. That brings us to the end of this video. If you like this video, no matter how short it was, please kindly like the video, share the video, subscribe to my channel to see other useful content, especially if you're thinking on coming to France to study, or if you're already here. I'm going to be sharing useful content, or I share useful content that will surely be beneficial for you. Thank you, and see you in my next video. Bye.